listen to me and watch me. And like in the today's session, we're going to talk about the presentations, and I will be giving some demos. For example, how you have to come inside the class and standing in front of the audience, your classmates. Because every presentation, it's not like only presentation is not only limited to your syllabus, like your course, what you are studying. There are different kind of presentations. In class, you would have a different presentation. When it comes to, for example, you are going for a competition or an event, it is different. Like if you are presenting your idea in front of the audience, like the for any startup or for any business, any entrepreneurship competition you applied for that you would need some different techniques for that. So it depends according to the situation. It change according to the situation. What is about, we will be talking about the class. Very first thing, starting it from class. Okay, I'm or let and I will be giving you my example. You just need to look at my you just like notice things like what I'm doing, and then after day after tomorrow, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, then you will be doing the same thing, and like this you will prepare the things and you will be doing the same. Like I'm giving you the tips and technique. Anyway, let's get started. So from the very beginning, for example, today is my presentation, and the topic of my present. First of all, let me tell you about the topic. What kind of a presentation I have? Mm, let's talk about the communication skills. Upon importance of communication skills in any business, any organization, any company like you're working in. You're presenting Ijaz, like Ijaz, this is your presentation today. Now tomorrow it is your teacher has assigned you this topic, effective communication skills in a business or in an organization anywhere. This is your topic for the presentation your teacher has assigned you. Let me start it first. Okay. Like let's create the situation of the class. Today it's my presentation. Before the presentation, like there is, you have a friend. For example, Ali is your friend, and he is delivering the presentation right now here in the class, and his topic is different. So you're sitting there, you're sitting and you're watching his presentations, like he is delivering the presentation and you're just watching him. Okay, now after five, like you came to know that there is 2 minutes or 3 minutes left in, you should check the time, like when he's going to finish his presentation. Like if it is for 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, you have to know the timings before. Like you imagine like you're sitting here, and this man Ali is presenting, your friend is presenting the presentation, you're sitting there, fine. So you have to think of it like now he's going to finish. Just as he's going to finish the presentation, like when it your turn, like the teacher is calling you that Ijaz, now it's your turn. Okay, so would be your number. You will be noticing something that is very interesting. That it's not only limited to me and you. This is the problem with every person. There will be very few people who will ignore this, but I can say majority of the people do have this problem. What is it? Your heart, palpitation of your heart beat. Your heart beat very fastly. Like as like you came to know that this is there is 1 minute left in, and then you're going to come onto the stage. At this particular time, once you got noticed, your heart, you're running out of your breath. The I personally, what it happens to me, like how much confident I am, and like I think like I'm going to nail each and every presentation. I don't care about anyone who is sitting in front of me or like in the audience. I didn't care about him, but still I have this problem, and actually this is natural problem. It's not, sorry, no, it's not natural problem. It's a natural thing that people have. So now, what had happened to me? I'm sharing my experiences to you. What happens to me, like this kind of a palpitation start coming into my heart, like I'm running out of breath sometimes, and like this. And what happens, my heart is not here. I'm finding my heart here. Every time I'm looking, where is it? Like, what's the problem with me? I start saying to myself, everything is okay, everything is fine, nothing bad happened, like you're going to go for, stand up and go to the stage, but still there is some problem. But my thought, the thought comes into my mind is that everything is fine, you have to go. But how did I overcome this problem? The technique that what I use, it's very simple. I start breathing. I start breathing. Okay. After
Long
that,
breathing, sir.
I wait for a moment. For example, the palpitation started to me. I didn't stop myself. Like, no, like what I have to do. I don't confuse myself on left or right. Like I have something wrong. I have not been able to speak when I will come onto the stage, because these negativities comes in your mind when you like this is natural thing. These negative thoughts would come into your mind when the palpitation of your heart started is going left or right. So this is a natural thing, and how to deal with it. I personally do think what I do. I become normal. I said let it comes. Okay. I think like it would be for 1 minute, 2 minute maximum. But this thought at the same time, I have another thought. What is it? Like when I will come onto the stage, I will not be able to speak. I will do something blunder. Even my teachers, like they will say he is in fifth semester, Ijaz is in fifth semester, but still like he's not been able to speak. For example, in my case, like I'm teaching the English and subject and working on their communication skills, presentation skills, and interview skills. Still, like the person, they are on the audience, they will be thinking, what kind of a professional person is it? Is he? Like he's not been able to speak like this. This negativity comes into my mind also. So how I'm gonna deal with it? It's very simple technique. What I do, I say whatever else. This thought. This is actually a negative thought that comes into my mind. But how I'm gonna deal with it? I say whatever happens, everything would be fine. I go for the positivity. I'm gonna search for a positive thought. Like for example, I think like this palpitation that left to right that's happening, it would last after 1 or 2 minutes, and also it takes a little time when you come onto the stage. You're adjusting the laptop, like you're preparing your like you inserted the USB into the like laptop, and like you are opening your PowerPoint slides, and you're connecting it with the projector, and you're looking left to right. Sometimes it happens you have a problem with the cable, and like this you call for HDMI cable. So this is a quite enough time for you to get your heart relaxed. And once you got like the main problem is that you stand out of the thing, like stand out. Like for example, this like the palpitation of my heart start happening to me. I should not be sitting there like in my, this is actually your safe zone, your circle, like you don't want to, your comfortable zone. You don't want to go from it because you feel relaxed here sitting. But that's not the case, because you have to deliver the presentation. So then like you have enough time when you come onto the stage to overcome this palpitation, as well as to get the confidence, and everything becomes positive. So but you have to remain positive. You don't need to chase the negative thought that was coming into your mind. Like my teachers are watching me, and they will be thinking about my personality, what kind of a teacher he is. Like he's a tutoring English language, and he personally is doing these blunders and mistakes. That's not the case. You have to be conscious of, you have to ignore this negative. Take this negative thought and throw it away. Wait for your positivity. You make yourself positive, like no worries. That's not gonna happen. So what if it happens? So what if there's nothing bad with it? Everybody do mistakes. Even scientists, even engineers, doctors, when they're doing work in their organizations, they do mistakes at a very high level. High level, what I can say, positions. They do mistakes. Let me give you a very quick example. Like the people that do the whom criticize you. This is just like a criticism I'm talking about. Like let me give you my profession, being an engineer. I have seen when I was doing the work at my last organization. So there was actually the engineers, before this was for the first time I have seen something like the engineers, like they were coding something. There was a power plant in like a hydropower plant. So they were going for inauguration, and there was like opening ceremony. Like the power plant was going to start its work, and there were very few days later. There were very few days for them to start this project, like this launch this, and then very senior people like they were coming on that inauguration date. So what did happen? Their programming got trapped. So what do you think? Like the person who was doing the programming, he how long like he would be an what I can say he would be an experienced engineer, not like what I can say the lower level or fresh graduate. They had assigned him a task like you have to do the programming or this whole power plant of 100 megawatts. So then like he can do this mistake. Even the management, I have seen my own engineer, they were also electrical engineers. They were at very high level, 50 years of age. They were so senior. Still, they were not being able to manage that all activity. They got stressed and like they they start figuring out the mistake and like this. They were not being able to handle this. So I thought, why during that internship, let's look how serious this issue is. Like if once you got for example, when you are in the electricity field, for example, like you are in a power plant like this. So when you are doing the coding like this, you have to be very serious because this is so sensitive. These are so sensitive tasks. Just a minor mistake can destroy all of your project and all of your work. You can imagine, like for example, there is a huge factory. They are doing something on like everything is automated, like the automatic. Everything is run on the programming and like this and the technology. The programmer did some one mistake, like there was some different button, like something he did mistake in the coding. So with unconsciousness of mind, so what do you think? What would be the consequences of that? Definitely, it would affect whole system. So there is a
True.
chance of like getting the system will stop working and the whole power plant will stop working. So once I got like this at this like high level like they are high level managers, they are doing these kind of mistakes. We are a very tender age. We are at very tender age. If we will do these minor mistakes, so that doesn't matter who is going to criticize. They got criticism from their boss, like the CEO of the company. They got criticized him like you people are not doing this in a well manner. They were in stress also, but still they didn't stop their work. They were continuously doing. They were taking the salary of more than 5 lakh, 10 lakh of salary they were taking at that level, and still they were doing the mistakes. So the lesson that the thing that I'm here to clarify you, you will do mistakes, whatever profession you are in. I do mistakes still I'm doing mistakes every time, even in teaching sometimes it's any point like but uh I never got sometimes it happens to me like I got stressful negative about myself. I'm a tutor. I'm like I do this minor mistakes, silly mistakes. But when I look at the seniors people, like they are doing at that age, like they are doing these mistakes. So actually it's a natural thing. We cannot stop it. We are not a perfect machine. If there is a computer can we can expect from it because it's a machine. It would not there would not no I can say mistake in calculation, all these kind of things. But we human are not calculators. We have some different identity. By natural, we do mistakes. So anyway, whenever you do mistake, take it as a positive, and the criticism that you will get, take it as a positive. And okay, for yourself. Okay, then what I was talking about, like. Okay, so this whole thing that I have said to you, it is just to make you understandable about how you have to deal with that negative thought that is coming into your mind right before you're going to the stage. The thing that is coming into your mind that my colleagues are going to, what I can say, criticize me, and If I still like now I'm not being able to breath, now like still if this problem continued with me while I am staying on stage, like I'm not being able to take breath, you have to like you have to deal with this negative thought. All this example of criticism I had given to you, it is just for how to avoid this negative thought, to handle this. So once you got just it is for few minutes you would have this kind of a condition. After that, once you got up and you start delivering your presentation, then you will be noticing every like you will be normal, your health, your heart would be normal, everything get fine. Like for example, like we in professional in our life, daily life, we say, okay, sometimes we have trials, sometimes we have a difficult situation. Inshallah, like in the future we would have a positive days and everything would be fine. This is from like our creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent us on us, this is a trial for us, so we shall wait for it. With this way you have to build this like you have to make your positive about these kind of negative thoughts. Anyway, once you got stood up, like you have a plenty of time, like you are setting your laptop and like screen and you're watching here and there, still they give you 1 or 2 minutes to like there are 1 or 2 minutes. So during that time, make sure that you have enough. For example, weather, if it's winter, for me, what happens with me when there is winter, so sometimes it happens like I'm not wearing some jacket, or my body temperature is low, like I'm exposed to cold more, so there is gelid weather outside. So what happens to me, my body starts shivering from cold. So I'm shivering from cold. So it also affect my communication. How few days before I had a session with someone, and I was not wearing something. It was just like a sweater I was wearing up, and what did happen? Like I was shivering, and in the same time they asked me a question, and I did answer to them. They said like you are afraid and like this, but actually the problem was not being afraid. I was shivering from cold that I was not being able to speak. If you will be shivering, so definitely your voice, your tone, it would also be like it would not be stable. You will not be able to speak with the normal pace. So make sure that everything is fine. Your body temperature is okay. Work on your like look at after your tone like this, is it stable? Apart from that, make sure you have eaten something. There is something in your stomach that you're some energetic. And apart from that, make sure you have a proper intake of minerals, like for example this what I can say, water. So then once you got like all these kind of things, glucose level, you have to make sure that it's like it's stable. Fine. Then once you got onto the stage, after setting up this thing like laptop and like projector, once you came here, so for example in my case, uh, just a second, just give me 1 minute. Okay, fine. So
Yes,
now
sir.
I'm going to talk about the I was talking about the like we were talking about the presentation. Once you got set up all these things, now it's the time. You have to do what? You have to walk between. For example, this is the whole circle. Like I'm like from left to right. You have to walk a little bit. During that time, if you have a time, you have to walk for a little time like this to make yourself comfortable. Like if you it's up to you, like how you have to manage the time very efficiently. For example, this is a technique. For example, if your number starts your number your presentation is at number one, like you're the first presenter in the class, Tomorrow you have a presentation. You are the first presenter of the class in the class. So for you, you have plenty of time, because while starting the presentation, you have like you have to adjust the things like this multimedia and all these kind of things. So you have plenty of time, plenty of chance to adjust yourself. You can walk. And another thing, before, for example, tomorrow, the venue has been decided. In this classroom, you people have a presentation. What you have to do, tomorrow is your presentation. One day before this presentation, like when there is nobody in the class, go to that venue, that class, go to that class and stand there. Like for example, the class is empty, there is no one. Tomorrow is your presentation at that place. So what you have to do, you have to walk inside your onto the come onto the stage and walk from left to right, and try to look at the chairs, and try imagine that tomorrow you are going to have a presentation here, and go left or right and look at the stage, like sorry, the projector, like this, like that. Okay, okay, everything is fine. Try to familiarize yourself, like when you will be watching that. So definitely it would like you will be feeling more comfortable, and your eyes would be like you would be fine. It would give you more positivity and confidence, like you, like this. For example, this is the table, this is your laptop, and you look at your like chairs like this. Okay, here my teacher would be sitting here, all my class fellows would be there, and that this way, this way, this way. Okay, I will be standing here. Okay, from here I'm going to speak, and like this. So you have to familiarize yourself. For 2 or 3 minutes, you walk there onto the stage, and like this. Sometimes you're coming down from the stage, like this. So you have to do this practice before the presentation. And another thing, once you like for example, you set it all these things before the presentation, walk like this this it would help you to like you make yourself adjust to the with the or with the stage, like this is important. And another thing, that is, what else, breath is very important. You have to make sure you're constantly taking the breath. Okay. And another thing is, sometimes you can have, for example, for if still like you felt that you're still hesitant, then look at your one of your colleague or friend, like you can have a pen, you can exchange something to him. For example, you copied the presentation slides from his USB, that is the USB of your friend. Once you copied that, so now do not keep that USB with you. Like you take out this USB, and like still like everyone is watching. Like when it comes to presentation, you are on stage, so you every classmate, every your teacher, everyone is, they are looking at you. Everyone is silent, so you get more nervous that they are all looking at me. What I have to do, like this, all eyes are on me. So how I'm gonna deal with it. So once you, like for example, you have a USB or something, some pencil or some pen like this, you go from you go like come from downstairs your what I can see, your stage, and try to give it to your colleague in a confident way, like this. Like you are my colleague, you're sitting here in Ijaz, so I'm coming from my stage like downstairs like this. Ijaz, please take this USB. I'm gonna take it back from you after this presentation. Once you will do that, it means that you are not hesitant. You are feeling, you are getting more. You're a confident person. This would help. It would help you more. Like you try to interact with them like this way. So it would give you the confidence. And then after, once you got started from a very beginning, okay, my case, my presentation topic was effective communication. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I now everything my teacher has said to me, start. You can start your presentation. How will we are going to start it? Greetings, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. My name is Hassan, and today the topic of my presentation is quite interesting. And the topic is effective communication. Majority of people have this problem with the communication. So today my topic is like this is now it is a need of this time. Like it is not only limited to me or someone like someone who is in school or college or in university, but for the professionals, they're working in any organization. For them, the communication skills is they are very important. Not only communication skills, effective communication skills. Ladies and gentlemen, today the topic, like I have said to you, let's get start my presentation. But I will start it from introduction. As you can see here, it has been described like, but before going to into the detail, let me summarize my presentation, what exactly I'm going to talk about. The first thing, it would be like the introduction. In the introductory part, I'm going to tell you people, I'm going to introduce the communication skills, then it types, then some examples, and in the end, I have some survey that I have conducted about like what kind of communication is important, listening communication is more important, or like verbal, oral, which kind of communication is important. And in the end, I will give you some conclusion. And after that, um, it would be the time that you people are going to ask me the questions. So this is all my summary of the presentation. So let's get started. The very beginning, let me introduce my title. It's the effective communication skills. So the communication skills are look like when you're seeing from slides, sometimes it happens that once you came here, like you're looking here on slides, your voice, your whole concentration are on slides like this. Like communication skills are very important like this. You will be doing right. The audience are on this, like they are not here. Your voice is coming this side. Make sure that the voice, that what you're saying, while you are saying something from slides, your voice is not here. Your voice must be present into the audience, but must be clear to the audience. So, okay. So like when you're saying this, like this, don't go for that. Try to to grab the attention of the audience. Say, this is the introduction. Uh, you have said introduction, and then come here. Do not go here like on the slide. You start the definitions from the slides. No, it's not good. Like all the time you're saying every sentence you're saying it from slide. Audience will say, like, what is he saying? Like all the time that he's doing from he's reading from the presentation like this to make it more interesting. Once you like said that the introductory part. Okay, the communication skills, like do the definition of the topic by yourself. You should know, you should explain everything, and not like you're reading it all from the slides. So this is a technique. You don't go for the slide. Okay, the visuals should be present there. For example, in every presentation, it is better that you have a picture of something. Like you should include some visuals so that that is explaining the whole story for you. And just bullet from the bullets. Like you, once you got a bullet, you then can say, like you can see like oral communication like this, not like this, oral communication, and the verbal communication. These two are very important. Let me explain what is the oral communication, and let me explain what is the verbal communication. And like this. Once you said like this, you have to explain it by yourself, not like from here. Like oral communication is this, and like the verbal communication, it is focus on this, like this. Once you will be doing this, so it means like you're doing like your voice is not here, and like the audience are some, they are sitting there and you're saying it. Try to come onto them, like explain it by yourself, on you in your own words, I can say. Okay, fine. Then after like going to this way, then give them an example. The example should not be like, it is better that you use it from like you use any past example like this, but try to give them an example in a present situation, from the present situation. For example, from the present event. Any like maybe your colleagues have attended any workshop, any event they attended yesterday, they were all present there. You can say to them, Like for yesterday, we had a event in the in our hall, the auditorium. In auditorium, we had a session. So in that session, yesterday event, what happened? There was some like the when the speaker was like they were delivering us some things like they and that even they were saying something to us. So like that at that time he was using a mic or like this. He was some delivering some from his gestures. He was saying something to us. So then you can. This is actually try to give them an example from recent events. It would have a better understanding for your audience and they will get more interest in it. So this is the thing. And this was about the example. Apart from that, during once you got like the presentation is getting long, like you're saying so differently, so too much of information you're delivering. Try to go left side. For example, this recent research, the scientists have discovered like this walk between this. Like, the recent research what scientists had it is saying that the 80% of the communication skills are with our physiques, like with the our gestures, that what message we are passing to the audience, and 20% it will be speaking and with the written. So this is the latest research I have seen, like the scientists had. So like this, you are going left, you are going right. So like this. Okay. Apart from that, once you got with the, you and get to the conclusion. In the conclusion, you will summarize all the things in a very simple way. Like after the getting into explaining things in detail, in the end make it very simple, like one or two sentences. Like, so in the end, now what is communication skill, effective communication skills? It is important to be a good listener. It is important that your appearance is quite good. Let me give you an example. Like for example, I'm going to give them an example. So let me give an example. For example, wait, I have this, and I have this plate. So if I'm gonna put some cake, let's suppose your favorite cake, like chocolate cake it has, or vanilla flavor, or pineapple. So I put it here, and I have that I'm going to present that to you. So now there are two ways I'm going to give you the cake. One is that I put it that cake from the table into it, and I presented it to you in this way. Just please take this, take your cake and enjoy it. One is this way, and another way, if I'm going to put it that cake here, and then I'm like I put it in my hands, and like now like this. Ijaz, give me your hands. I'm going to give you the cake. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Like this, like this. I'm saying like this. So you will be seeing how disgusting it is. Like he's putting his all hand into it, and like now he's going to give me from his hand like that mixture of cake. So you will not enjoy. This is the same thing like for the presentations, like for the presentations. Whenever you're presenting, you have to present yourself like in a proper way. Like you give the cake, like your presentation to someone, your audience, like in this way. Take it please, like with respect and with a something with a good manner, with a good representation, I should say. But if you are giving it like this way, like you're putting a hand on it and like this, yeah, take it, no one is going to take it from you. So this is the thing, and in the end you're gonna present in conclusion. You have to speak it in few lines, one or two lines you have to speak for it, like very simple, like even make it so simple, even that your layman, for example, layman means like this, you even a security guard, like he's not a professional, even he's going to sit there, even an electrician, he's going to sit there, any plumber or any layman, if you're explaining to him. So make sure that you're explaining in a simple way that he's also going to understand some of things from your presentation of some topic. So try to make things simple. and logical things, but it should be simple, in a simple way, not in a complicated way that you go for the theoretical blah 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 blah, and the person who's listening to you doesn't grasp the idea. That's not the case. Okay, now once you did done with the conclusion, now it's the time to end your presentation. Ending is, I have said to you in the previous session, ending, starting and ending of the presentation is very important. You started with a very beautiful way. Greetings, everyone. My name is this, and okay, I'm going to present my topic. And before going into the introduction, I'm going to tell you about like you did the greetings. Thank you for being here, my respected teachers, my respected fellows. Like this, this was your perfect start. Now, for an effective and ending is very important. Beautify your ending now. How is it? How will you beautify your ending? Then you can say this by this conclusion. Like this is very simple. Now I have said in communication skills is very important that you have to be a good listener and you have to give be honest while listening to someone, and that's it. That's the whole idea about this particular topic. The end, and then so thank you very much for paying your attention. And anyone has any questions, please do let me know about that. Like this is your ending. That's all about it. Like you said, thank you very much. That's the end. You have to say this, and that's the end of my presentation. Anyone has any? Thank you so much for paying your attention to my presentation. Anyone has any questions? Please do let me know. So now when the question, it would like with the questioning answer session, it would be in that maybe sometime it happens. I had experienced this. Like when one of your colleague maybe asks some negative question from you. Any of your colleague, like you say, don't go to be hyper, don't go to be aggressive. Like he asked you the question, you said that this is a normal question. He's just actually he's trapping me, or he has in going for some intentionally something wrong for me. He has something. Don't go for that negativity. Deal with him in a positive way. If you didn't know the answer, for example, some even your teacher asked you some like, could you please tell me about that? If you don't have the answer, you can say this. This is a very important thing. Like, yes, presently I don't have much idea about that, but after this presentation, I will email all. I will do some research and I will email that information to you personally. Like this, you can answer. You can defend yourself in this way. So then that's it. That's it. After the question answer session, you have nailed the presentation if you had did it this way. So this is the way actually to have an effective presentation and like this. So I think I have said to you in a like in a detailed way. So do you have any question? Anything you didn't understood like this? So you can ask, please.
No, sir. Alhamdulillah, I get many new things from you today, and I wrote it down in my notebook, sir. I'm going to show you. This is,
Excellent,
sir.
excellent, mashallah, great. This is the thing I have said to you every time.
And
Wow,
thank you,
perfect.
sir. And Alhamdulillah, sir. Yes, sir. And
These
inshallah, sir,
things are going to stick with
it
you.
will be give me a benefit. And sir, I know down your previous lecture that you are giving me about my presentation and interview topic, and sir, that give me much more ideas about the interview, the presentation, and sir, Alhamdulillah, today I get many new things from you, and inshallah, I believe that inshallah that will give me much much benefit in my future, and during my presentation or during my hosting, in my interview. And Alhamdulillah, sir, I get it. I remember your every word from the beginning of till right now. I remember everyone. I said that in my mind, and inshallah, sir, tomorrow I'm going to present my topic in front of you, and inshallah, you will see like many changes in myself. Like you saw my last presentation and interview. Inshallah, tomorrow, inshallah, I will convince you with my presentation
Inshallah,
and with my
inshallah.
interview, inshallah.
Okay, so we will be doing this thing now for for not for one or two times. Like we will every day we would have the same thing, because everything is with your communication. Everything is with your presentation. Everything like how you do present, how you speak with someone. This is everything nowadays. So we have to nail this thing, and and after we will go for the
Uh,
interviews. Yes.
Let me clear one thing, sir. Sir, you are standing in front of me. I'm used to sit, but sir, because of my leg problem, sir, I have hurt my finger, so that's why, sir, I can't stand.
No
So I'm
worries.
sorry.
In the class, when you had a teacher, he used to stand in front of you. You are sitting. He used to stand in front of you.
Yes,
So
sir.
you are sitting. The same thing is the concept. Actually, this thing is very important. The presentations and the interviews, these things are very important. I personally, I love them, these things. Presentations like this are not that much more eager for other things like speaking English, like spoken English, like this fluency, all these kind of things. But from my perspective, I love presentation, so that's why I'm enjoying it. You were sitting there, but I'm enjoying it. Don't think about like you're sitting or like this. You're here for learning purpose. My job, this is my responsibility. I have to do that. So, and it's not about that. And okay, inshallah, tomorrow again we would have a session on the same thing. Every day we will be doing the same things. And what you have to do, you have to note the presentations. You list down all of your subjects that you are studying in university. Try to make a whole list of the presentations for each and every subject, what your teacher has assigned you. Make all of that list, collect all of that data, like in the PDF file, like this, collect, store it in one folder, name it university, all university presentations. Store all of those data into that. And what we'll be doing, the every presentation you have to present in these sessions, we will try to cover up all of those presentations. And
Inshallah.
inshallah, and every presentation we will be doing in this way, and try some presentations that you had done in the past. You have to collect all that data, and apart from that, in future, like they have you have a pending presentations, you also have to put that, include all of that in that folder like this. You have to do like we, because we are doing, you're going to do practice for that. So this would be the thing that inshallah you will be doing. It would be quite beneficial for you. So whenever you would have, and whenever you had a presentation, for example, tomorrow it's your university presentation, you have to inform me, and inshallah, we will do practice. Before going to that presentation, you will do practice, and then you are going to have a presentation. And that presentation should
Inshallah.
be in your way. Whatever someone is saying to you, you have to speak in your way. But make sure that you're speaking in in a rude way, like not rudely, because they are all your teachers, and like in a respectful way. But you should adopt your own own way, own methodology. You should have whatever teacher is saying to you. So the information should be correct, and you should be a respectful person. Someone asks you the negative question, okay, like for example, if they are saying like I never said, sometime it happens, someone asks you the question, like you will be saying like you, that would be listed in the presentation, that would be correct, that would be true. But one of your colleague will ask you the question that he will say to you, this word I don't know, I don't think so, this is right, you had written it here. So these are the kind of a question you also have to deal with it. Anything that you include, even the word is anything you have listed inside the presentation. It may be for few slides, make your presentation short, but make sure that you know each and everything about each and every single meaning of words, and each and every single thing that you have to know about your presentation. You must be knowledgeable about that. So that someone asks you the question, like they ask you the question of fluency, or for example, they ask you the question of dressing. So you must know that. Like they ask you the question, like you, for example, Ali is your friend. He asked the question, like Ijaz, you said that the dressing is very important, like when you have a presentation like this. So can you explain it further to me? I couldn't understand you properly. So before, like you must know that in which slide, You also try to memorize the slide numbers. Which slide I have that presentation. That slide, sorry, that information was on 5 or 6 or 7 number. So I must have to memorize that, and then you can say it. As he asked the question, you must know that. Yes, it was on slide number 7. Let me show it to you. Like this, by talking to him, you go on to the laptop and like, let me show it to you. Here on slide number 7, like you're here, you're still here, and you're seeing it to him like on slide number 7. That should be matching. Once you will do this way, like it would reflect, it would reflect that you are more knowledgeable about what you are seeing and like this. So this is the basic thing. Anyway, it was a very nice session today again, and inshallah tomorrow again we are gonna practice, and tomorrow we would have a presentation and make sure that we got in a good health. So inshallah we would have a proper presentation. Thank you so much, and inshallah tomorrow we will have a practice for that.